Okay, so this is lesson 107, and we're finding area of complex shapes. I thought we had done this before, but it turns out lesson 103, we did perimeter of complex shapes. So we need to find some missing measurements, and then we can calculate area. So we did perimeter, now we're going to do area. So again, like we did before, we're going to break this complex shape into two rectangles. And we're going to do it two different ways. So we have to find those missing measurements just like we did to find the perimeter in order to calculate the area. So I know that this amount is the same as this amount, right? And I know that this amount is the same as this amount. So if I bring that down and bring that down, right? So that 7 centimeters can be broken into 3 centimeters. So what would that be since the whole thing is 7? That would be 4 centimeters. And I know that that is 4 centimeters. Uh-oh, got to do that one too because I got to know A, right? Okay, so I know that that little bit, oh, I don't have another color. Well, I'll do it orange since it's a different way. Is the same as that, right? So those two are the same, and these two are the same. Ah, terrible. I should have had another color. Sorry. Okay, so I know that this little bit is 4 centimeters. The whole thing is 6. So I know that's 2 centimeters, and that's 2 centimeters. So now I have all my measurements. Okay, I can break this into a little tiny rectangle and a bigger rectangle. So let's do that. So what's the length and the width of this rectangle right here? 2 times 3, right? So this whole thing is 6 square centimeters. And what about this rectangle? So I know that it's all the way over, right? All the way there. So 7 times 4. So that's 28 square centimeters. And I add them together, 28 plus 6, and I get 34 square centimeters for the area. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. Again, I need to find my B and my A. I'm using the same measurements because I'm showing you a different way. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that this is 2, that this is 3, so I know this was 4. So now I have my measurements. I found them the same way. But instead of breaking it that way, I'm going to break it this way. So what's this rectangle's length and width? 6 and 3. So 6 times 3 is 18 centimeters squared. And this one, it's no longer 7, is it? It's 4 times 4 is 16 square centimeters. So what's 16 plus 18? I still get my 34 square centimeters, right? So there's no right or wrong way to break these up. As long as you can find all the measurements, you are good to go. I'm finding the area of this rectangle, and then I find the area of this rectangle, not drawn to scale. So go back to review lesson 103 if you have trouble finding the missing measurements, okay? That's basically the examples. There was one in the practice set that I wanted to show you. So it's B. I think you'll be able to do A. B, they're not breaking it into rectangles. So they kind of threw up a change in there. So I'm taking that shape and I'm breaking it into a rectangle and a triangle, right? So I know that this is 10, right? I know the whole thing is 14. So what's that? That one's 4. And they don't show it as missing, but you still need to know it because you broke it into a new shape, didn't you? And I know that this is 6 and this is 6, right? Okay, so let's look at this rectangle first. 6 times 10 And remember, it's square centimeters. And then this one, how do you find the area of a triangle? So area of a triangle equals 1/2 the base times the height. So the base times the height is 24, and half of that is 12, right? So this piece, area equals 6 times 4 times 1/2, or 6 times 4 divided by 2, or 1/2, 6 times 4. However you want to do it, they all get the same answer. So work on that one. Just remember the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I did want to show you that one since it was a little bit different. All right, good luck. This shouldn't be too hard and it's kind of fun.